Hello and welcome to Wonder WhyZ everyone. My name is Soham and thank you so much for joining in. Just let me know if the stream is alright, if my audio and everything is fine, then we shall proceed with the chapter. Just let me know, guys. Welcome to the stream, Coax to Quasar, Anwar. Thank you so much for joining in. Just let me know if the audio and everything is fine, and then we shall properly begin with this chapter. And as usual, I'm not going to show the actual chapter in the background, I guess, because of copyright issues. I'm just going to tell you all which chapter I'm talking about, and subsequently we will see. Thanks for subscribing, Cape Price. Thank you so much for joining in. Bhargav, welcome. Everyone, just let me know in the chats if everything is fine, if the audio and everything is fine, and then we shall properly begin with this chapter. Just let me know that, and then we will begin. I think it's fine. Yeah, seems fine to me. Yeah, okay, then we shall begin with this. Just in the meantime, just let me share this thing and then we will begin. Let's join now. Let me share this on the Discord as well, and then we will properly begin. Okay, this is fine. Thank you so much, Anwar. Thank you so much. Alright, let's begin. So, this is Boruto manga chapter 59, and we begin with the cover page. Obviously, this is a very, very, very beautiful cover page in my opinion. This is obviously a reference to Ada's prince. That is why it's called Prince Kawaki, or rather the knight name is here used here. But this is a very nice and benign color theme. It's looking like chocolatish to brownish color, and this is really reminding me of kind of the tribal outfits in a way, those leather jackets, and this is really beautiful. So yeah, this is the cover page of Boruto manga chapter 59, and we directly jump into the chapter with a flashback. And now this is the flashback between Kawaki and Code, young Kawaki and young Code. And something very interesting to note here is that young Code is not actually having his Roman numerals under his eye, and he's also not having the belt over his face. Now, like I said in the full review for this chapter, the Roman numeral is fine. It's something which maybe came later on during his life, but the belt is very interesting here because it kind of might remind you all about the limiter, and that is the main thing here. I feel like this is definitely a reference to the limiter in a way, because there are two things which can actually happen. Either Amado used this to maybe do the limiter and use the limiter in order to suppress his power, or the other thing is that he inevitably used the full power of the white karma, because as we see here, he is definitely having the white karma mark upon his hands. So he might have used, unknowingly, the white karma's full potential, something he was not able to control or contain, and that's why maybe his body gave way, and that is a very huge possibility here. So anyway, Kawaki is getting choked by young Code, because young Code is very, very, very jealous of Kawaki here. And I'm sorry because of the outside disturbance. I don't know why a lot of vehicles are passing by, so sorry about that. Hey Bizzle, welcome to the stream. Devjot, you on Discord now? Yes, the Discord link is in the description below. Please do join it. It's really awesome. So thank you so much for that. Now, the thing is that Code is obviously very jealous about Kawaki, because Kawaki inherits the karma, the actual karma, from Ishiki Otsutsuki, the person whom Code refers to as a god, basically as a god. So Code is obviously, very jealous about Kawaki here, and he sees that why exactly was he so special? Why is he the person who is fitting the criteria? And Kawaki's like, what the heck are you talking about? What the hell is basically going on? And here Code just throws away Kawaki, and Kawaki is taken aback by this. He's so strong. Is he really a monster? And Code actually goes on to say that I'm jealous of you, Kawaki, and if you weren't a chosen vessel, I would literally kill you right now. I hate you so much. So yeah, that's a really good thing. Pradeep says Shinchan will be a new villain. That's a good one. That's a really good one, because indeed I do not like the character design of Daemon. It's really off-putting for some reason. It reminds me of Himawari, like manga Himawari, but even worse than that. Manga Himawari already looks really bad, and it's even worse than that. Can we do partnerships on Discord? I have already eagerly waiting for your consent over our partnership on... Yeah, sure. Just join the Discord server and let me know about those things. We will definitely have a collaboration and whatnot. No issues with that. So now we can actually get to see the white karma manifesting upon his hand and even over his eyes. So this is a pretty cool panel. This is page number 2 right here, and this is a really cool panel, by the way. So far so good, and the art really looks crisp. Kodaichi is improving. This is art by Kodaichi, right? Sorry, Kodaichi, I'm sorry, Ikemoto, yeah. So the art is by obviously Ikemoto. So this is definitely, his art is definitely improving here, and the flashback kind of ends here because Kawaki wakes up inside the room, and in the room we can also get to see Amado and Sumire are there, and he was basically having a nightmare. This is all a part of the nightmare, and the entire conversation that entails here is that Kawaki used to get nightmares of Jigen in the past, which is very obvious. Like Kawaki had such a troubled childhood, so that's why Amado says that you're still having nightmares of Jigen disciplining you. So Kawaki says that, yeah, I used to had that sometimes, but this one is different. This one is involving Code. So this is like kind of a dynamic which is building up upon these two characters who are involved here. So that's pretty good in my opinion. And it's kind of reminding Kawaki about the older days where Code used to be very whiny and resentful as usual. And even though Kawaki is not a vessel anymore, but still he remembers the jealousy that Code had over him. But that's when Amado says that your assessment is wrong and you are mistaken. Even though the karma is actually gone, you are still Ishiki Otsutsuki's vessel. That is an absolute fact. That is never going to change. The karma is gone now, but you are still always going to remain the vessel. Essentially, this is talking about the Otsutsukification, or rather the de-Otsutsukification in a way, where almost quite a substantial amount of Ishiki Otsutsuki's data decompressed inside the body of Kawaki. So that thing actually cannot be reverted back now. So it's basically a reference to something like that. And damn, Amado is looking very drip here. He's like wearing a black kind of shirt, and inside that there's a chain, I believe. But yeah, he is definitely looking really great, and it's such a shame that so far in the anime, Amado looks really, really bad in comparison to his manga counterpart. So that's a great thing, and there's a very interesting conversation here, which is obviously a foreshadow about the future events. Essentially, Amado says that Ishiki Otsutsuki's soul may have been extinguished, and the elimination of any chance of possessing him is also gone, eliminating any chance of him possessing you, but it doesn't change the very fact that you are a vessel. You are always going to remain a vessel. Kawaki is obviously not happy about these words. He says that I don't want to hear about all of these things, but he even goes on to attack Amado using this new scientific ninja arm. And he's like, I'm fed up of you, so shut up, old geezer. And this is really, really nice stuff so far. But the most important point here is that Amado also knows about their plan, about how he wants Boruto to inherit his karma upon Code. So that's a really interesting thing. That's really interesting thing in my opinion. Cyclovlogger says Boruto won't be sacrificed for sure. No, I disagree with this one. I do believe that Boruto is eventually going to become a sacrifice, but he will be revived. I'm going to make a separate video about this particular thing as to why I feel like during the time skip or maybe after the time skip, Boruto is actually going to die. Not permanently, but he is definitely going to die. Otherwise, there is honestly no chance of actually Momoshiki stopping in his body, because I don't think that the drugs are going to be helpful for that matter. That's for sure. That is absolutely for sure. How will Naruto even survive against these OP cyborgs? I have certain theories about these cyborgs and why they are so OP, because it is definitely in relation to Amado as well and his entire motivation, his entire motives here. Because Amado is not any normal human being. I am 100% sure about that. He is definitely some other alien, not an Otsutsuki by the way, but some other alien for sure. Again, stay tuned for my video upon that particular topic. It's a bad theory, it's a bad idea in a theory, because yeah, so basically Amado says here that Code is too overpowered, even though he's having an imperfect karma, but still the technique, or it's very highly questionable if you all will be even able to implant the karma upon his body, because now after the fight against Ishiki Otsutsuki, Hokage Naruto is kind of nerfed, and Amado believes that in a one-on-one fight like situation, even the Lord Hokage is not going to, be able to take down Code. And then we have a kind of cutback to Ada and Code says that he is not going to wait for any of them, or rather the cutback is going to come later on, sorry about that. But the thing is that Code is obviously not going to stop, and he's definitely going to attack, including the Hokage and everyone else. He's going to take down everyone as a revenge for killing his god in the form of Ishiki Otsutsuki. So that's an absolute fact. And even Amado says that you want to protect, to Kawaki he says that you want to protect Lord Hokage, right? Then that's a no good plan. That's a no good plan, because even the Lord Hokage is not going to able to take down Code, because this is not the same situation with Delta. Even Kawaki knows that it's a very, very messy situation overall. So overall, these panels are really great in my opinion. And Bhargav says Code sacrifices Amado. yeah, possible, not impossible. But I want Naruto to learn frying Raijin. More than Naruto, I honestly feel like Boruto has the chance of learning something like that. But at the same time, he has access to Jogan, even though it is not technically applied here in the manga so far. But he definitely has access to the Jogan, so it's interesting to note where things are basically going to be. Naruto is the final villain in wow, that's a great theory. I think Kawaki would be sacrificed. I think Code does not care about Ada. No. Code is definitely enchanted by Ada's powers. He is not going to be able to break free of that, because he is not an Otsutsuki himself, because his karma is a fake karma. So things are going to be difficult this time around. And but now the main plot of this episode, or rather chapter, kind of comes up, because Amado is just smoking a cigarette and he's saying that you want power, don't you? Haven't you been thinking about it ever since you lost the karma? And Kawaki's like, get to the point, old man. And Amado basically reveals it, and again Amado is looking very sus here. He's definitely onto something. He's definitely 100% suspicious here. He says that, so take it for yourself, especially since Ishiki's gone for good. Brand new power in the form of a karma that is purely a weapon. So basically he's trying to, make or create an artificial karma, something similar to Code. So that's a very interesting concept. That's a very interesting thing. And that is definitely reminding me about a situation like Anakin Skywalker. I am 100% that the situation about Kawaki is going to be similar to Anakin Skywalker, wherein he wanted this power to protect people, but he just went to the dark side as a result of it. And this also gives credence or theory, or more relevance to my theory about Amado as to who exactly he is and why is he manipulating everyone, because he wants revenge. He doesn't care what is the motive or modus operandi here. Bro, are you Indian? Do you know how to speak Hindi? हाँ आता है, क्यों नहीं आए भाई? just speaking English because of this stream. Is Ada power work female too? Yes, Ada's power is going to work upon anyone other than her blood relatives and Otsutsuki clan members. Amado knew Konoha's science chief. No, that's a mistake. Honestly, I feel like Naruto made a huge mistake of not confronting or not talking to, Orochimaru for that matter. I feel like this is a major mistake that Hokage Naruto did. He should have really consulted to Orochimaru before giving even Boruto these drugs. So Katasuke gone. No, I won't say Katasuke is gone, but yeah, I feel like it's a big mistake on the part of Naruto to not consult someone like Orochimaru, who would have been probably a huge help for them. But it's just something we can't really say about much right now. But moving forward, Sumire is obviously taken aback by this, and she's thinking a karma that is purely a weapon. And to this, Amado says that you have the base criteria and I can make it happen. So essentially, Amado is saying that he has the ability to create a fake karma, or rather an artificial karma. That's a huge thing. That's a really, really huge thing. And Kawaki is obviously taken aback by that as well. He's saying, are you suggesting I will let you to implant me with a karma again? Are you out of your mind? And Amado raises an interesting question here, that you even subconsciously desire this, which is evident from the last chapter as well, where we saw Kawaki raising up his left arm in an attempt to block Boruto's Rasengan, because he has been habituated by this particular power since his childhood days. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting concept so far. Hey, tell us one thing, does Jubi or Ishiki having an alternate Kurama? It might be a possibility, it is Boruto after all. No, it's not really technically having Kurama as such, because Kurama and the other Bijus were a byproduct of the original 10 tails of Kaguya's 10 tails, which was created or divided by Hagoromo. So there needs to be someone who is going to divide this power upon like 9 separate beasts. But once again, this power was divided so that the husk could be separated from them. So that's a totally different concept. I don't really think that he's going to contain the same Kurama. It's if someone wants to tame this beast and divide this beast, then it's going to be different Bijus, and that's going to be another big hassle. So I don't really think that's something which is going to happen so far. I do believe that Kurama is going to return in the future of the series, but not right now. It's gonna be taking place maybe later on after the time skip. So yeah. Which direction would Boruto Raiden take? I mean, if Code attacks Konoha, so game over, no 500 episodes. No, I feel like honestly at this moment, if at all Code and Ada attack, which is a very high possibility before the time skip as well, I feel like Boroshki is going to manifest once again, but this time around something different is going to happen because of the meddlings of Amado, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. I have a couple of theories, but I'm not going to share it here so far. Will Urashiki come back? He's coming back is a point of, later on, we can talk about that later on, but currently he's not even mentioned in the anime, so leave about in the manga. He's a totally filler character, and he raises even plot holes for that matter. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk about Urashiki at all. The first scene of Boruto, Kawaki and Boruto have complete control of the karma. Does that mean Amado could have made it for both of them for some reason? No, I don't think it's for Boruto. Boruto's reasoning for a control over the karma might be different in my opinion. It has to be in relation to his quote-unquote death. But the case for Kawaki is definitely a little more complicated, and there are chances that it might be linked to that, entire concept of him having an artificial karma. There's a very big chance of him actually gaining this particular power up essentially in a way to save Naruto, or save the 7th Hokage, but he might go down a path similar to Anakin Skywalker, where the chosen one goes to the dark side. I'm not saying that it's a very common trope, but it's something which might be applied here, which is one of the major reasons why Kawaki is getting so much attention here in these episodes. 1010 will be the new Otsutsuki. 10. Yeah, we haven't seen her in a long time, and don't think that she's even going to be seen anymore. Anyway, after this particular point, Kawaki is basically saying that he hates about all of these things, and he essentially leaves this scene as well. And Amado and Sumire are looking back, and they are not. I mean, Sumire is obviously taken aback by this entire ordeal that happened, and she's getting more and more suspicious over Amado, the behavior of Amado. But after this, we get a cut back, and we get a cut back to the polar landscape, wherein we had the religious facility or the religious cult of Boro. And these are some pretty good panels so far of Ada, especially Ada. Some fan service, obviously, but Ada is talking about poor Kawaki. He truly does care for the Hokage. She basically is using her Senrigan to, look out for all these different characters. And she says that seems like he's in distress over his own helplessness and not being able to protect the Hokage from you. So once again, all of these things are kind of suggesting us towards the fact that Kawaki will fall from his position. In an attempt to save the Hokage, he is going to fall, and it's again a situation pretty similar to the Anakin Skywalker-like situation. Kawaki is going to be power-hungry anti-hero type character. Yes, he will begin like that, but later on he will fall to the dark side. But I'm not saying that he's going to be the final villain in any way or form. That is just not going to be the case. Why is Code's side getting more and more powerful and Naruto's side is getting more and more nerfed? What is the point of it? I mean, that's the entire thing. This chapter has its issues. I already addressed that in the full review of this chapter as well. I'm going to talk about that in this video as well, so stay tuned for that. We need a complete explanation of the Otsutsuki clan because the Otsutsukis are fuzzy. I mean, so far we have got a pretty clear explanation that basically if you know the Marvel comics, if you know the character of what was that character? Sorry, hold on, let me remember. Silver Surfer is the Herald of Galactus. Yeah. So if you know the character of Galactus, this is a very, very, very similar situation where the Otsutsuki clan are like parasitic members who go from planet to planet in search for chakra, in search for energy. They harvest the chakra fruit there, destroy the entire world, harvest the chakra fruit, and just go to another planet. This is basically the modus operandi in a way. It's also kind of similar to that one particular episode of Ben 10 as well, if you remember. So it's kind of something like that. And that is why I feel like Amado is a remaining member of one of such civilization which is totally destroyed by the Otsutsuki clan members. That's why he's so technologically advanced, because otherwise it would not make much sense to just have a character like this within such a small span of time to make so many overpowered cyborgs. That would not really make that much of a sense in my personal opinion. I think Boruto is the son of Toneri. Lol, no. That's weird. क्या हिनाटा को Byakugan suppressing pills के बारे में पता होगा? No idea, dude. No idea. Hinata is just not present in this story. Did I miss the read through? No. It's just going on, so stay tuned for that. Seema Jimao, thank you so much for subscribing. Bro, there's a theory that Sasuke never lost his Rinnegan. He's just faking his lost Rinnegan so that Momoshiki thinks. That's a pretty interesting theory, but we literally saw his eye getting stabbed. So far in the Naruto series, there is no indication to show that the Rinnegan is like can be protected from stabbing attacks. There never has been a situation like that, so we do not really know if the Rinnegan actually has some ability to shield itself or maybe make it rock solid. So I can't really say with 100% confidence, but it's really unlikely, because if Sasuke actually has the Rinnegan, then he will obviously have access to Amano Tejikara, the space-time ninjutsu, which is going to nullify this entire concept of why his Rinnegan was taken out in the very first place. Yeah, Galactus. Can you tell me why Sasuke has not used to... Who knows? Who knows? Chakra constraint or something like that. Who knows? Kurama might return through Boruto or Himawari as they have Kurama genes. Yeah, obviously I talked about this in the Boruto iceberg meme as well. So if you all have not watched that, just go and watch that. It's really something which I would recommend you all. Also guys, please give this video a thumbs up. We are currently at 18 likes. Let's hit about 25 likes. That would be really awesome. Also, we are very close to 7,000 subscribers. We are currently at 6,995. So just give those subscriptions. Let's hit 7,000 subscribers in this particular stream only. That would be really awesome. Thank you so much. Do you think Kurama will come back later on? Yes, Kurama will definitely come back, but not right now. He will take his time to be reborn once again, and that is most likely going to take place after the time skip. Moreover, the time skip is definitely not coming up anytime soon for sure. Does that mean Sasuke chakra rises once the Rinnegan is gone? There is a chance, because unlike the contrary, I do believe there's a reason why Sasuke got a little nerfed even beyond the Rinnegan and even with the entire chakra scenario, because okay, I'm not going to talk about it here. A video is already coming up about it in this week only, so subscribe to the channel and I'm going to in-depth explain why Sasuke got this chakra nerf so much, because it has definite links to Hagoromo and Hamura, or rather Ashura and Indra's side of things, because that is very necessary to talk about in a way. Amado is Galvan from Ben 10. Was the name Galvan? No, not Galvan. I know what you are talking about, but I feel like the name is a little different. But yeah, I can definitely see a couple of different Ben 10 references here as well. So yeah. Some theory says Nue and Kawaki will destroy Konoha after time skip. Nah. I don't think Nue is going to have that big of a role. I honestly don't think that Nue is going to have that big of a role. But anyway, Code here says that, or rather the entire conversation between Code and Ada here is that Code has promised to Ada that he's not going to kill Kawaki, he's not going to go after Kawaki, and Ada's Code says that he respects her, and so he's going to make an exception. But other than that, he's not going to budge upon his list. The first person on his list is definitely Hokage Naruto. He's the number one whom he's going to kill with his very own hands, and all the others as well who essentially killed Ishiki Otsutsuki, the god whom he revered so much. Now, during this entire conversation, we also get a cut back to Bug as well, and he is making one of the most hilarious faces so far. So indeed, he's like just wondering how long are you going to stick around. He's like freaking terrified. He's like stammering in front of them. He's like not able to understand what is exactly going on. Why are these two extremely powerful characters doing? And he's just scared of them. He's like shit scared of them. So that's something. And hold on, what just happened? Did you all give a super chat or a subscription? Okay, subscription. So JQ was here. Thank you so much for subscribing. And where is Kakashi Sensei? That's the question I also personally have. I am going to address this very soon, because why I feel, or rather why I have so many issues with this Boruto manga as well, because there are certainly many issues with the way in which the things are being handled here. Also guys, just a quick note, we are currently at 6,999 subscribers, just one left, so please subscribe so that we can finally hit that 7,000 mark. That would be really awesome if we hit that by the end of the stream. Why Ada is not telling Code about Kawaki's new karma? Is there any possibility Ada working with... No. She is obviously in contact with Code, but she's not going to talk about every single thing. Otherwise, it's just going to be like a commentary. If she's telling, okay, this character said this character said this. And also you understand how creepy it might be if she's actually investigating upon everyone and they are doing something, not safe for work. So yeah, that would be even weird. It would be weirder. So that's indeed. Kakashi is with his Icha paradise. I mean, the man deserves some rest. My man deserves some rest for sure. I think as Daemon almost gets hit by a strong attack, the person who attacked gets hit and Konoha gets a strong... Well, honestly, Damon's character design looks really ugly, dude. It looks really ugly. But anyway, let's move forward and finish this. Ada says that stop sweating the small stuff. Look, I need a refill. You're so gosh. And Bug is like, what the hell are they? Why the hell are they even ordering me around? Now, Code is asking something. He says that I get 2 guards at the beginning of the door and 6 more are getting to Bug's room. But there are a lot more soldiers here, aren't they? Don't you think it might be a border if they find out that you are awake? And Ada says that it's not really a very big deal as no one can actually get their hands upon her. That's a huge thing. And even Code is acknowledging this. He's saying that that's a very natural thing because of her ability. But even and in the midst of all of these things, Bug is also kind of, flickering, and he's like shaking in front of these 2 powerhouses. He's like, be that as it may be, you're not gonna get anything by dwindling here. If you want to keep Kawaki, you need to act upon it right now and just get the hell out of here. He's that basically saying that same thing once again. Once Amado gives Kawaki karma again, then can Ishiki come back? No, I don't really think that Ishiki is coming back. He's done and dusted for good. Damon is Doraemon from future. Yeah, 4D pocket goes brrr. But anyway, we have a name drop, by the way. The name of Senrigan is finally appearing here, at least as of the Manga Plus and Viz translations. I feel like Manga Plus also has the same translations. Hold on, let me check it. Does Manga Plus also have the same translations? Yeah, Senrigan. Hold on. Yeah, Manga Plus and Shonen Jump, or rather Viz, both have the same translations. Senrigan, or rather Clairvoyance Eye, is going to spot for all of these things. So that's good. But she also reveals that she's not really having any other major power-ups, any major powers other than this, because she can only perform simple taijutsus. But that's really not a huge deal in my opinion, because her powers are already pretty hacks. And on the topic of hacks powers, before Demon comes, I'm going to talk about that later on after Demon comes, because her power and Demon's power are definitely having a reference to an old book, which I feel like Kishimoto has actually referenced so far in the Naruto series as a whole. So I'm pretty excited for that as well. I feel like I should make a proper video explaining these powers as well. But anyway, Code says that that's for real. That would be amazing if you were a fighter as well. But Ada says that she doesn't really like engaging in these barbaric ads. But now this is a very hilarious panel there, because Code is actually blushing here, and he's saying that I see, so delicate. And Bug is saying that get a grip on yourself, Code. She's making you soft, you fool. She's using her powers. Are you not ashamed about all of these things? And that's a huge thing. That's definitely a huge thing. But Code also importantly asks something. He's saying that okay, it's fine, your abilities are very hacks and it can basically control anyone, but since you're going forward with your prince, that is Prince Kawaki, what if he finds you alone, and what if he tries to kill you? Because he is having the powers of the Otsutsuki clan members, so he's obviously not going to be affected by Ada's abilities. So what is she definitely going to do at that particular moment? So she says that you will protect her, because he is going to be the knight of Ada, as long as she's going to remain as her eyes and ears. So that kind of involvement is pretty much appreciated here. But Code says that what if he himself is not available at that moment? What if he's facing off against Naruto or someone else for that matter, because the entire 5 great ninja nations are doing a manhunt for him currently? So a situation might like that might actually happen, where he's engaged in a fight and he's not able to tend to Ada. What will happen then? And to this, Ada says that okay, come with me, Code. I will introduce you to my other knight. You are not my only knight. And the other knight is obviously Daemon. But before that, we have a cut back to Konoha. And this entire, conversation is amazing, because Kawaki has an outburst. He has a daytime outburst. He's walking in Konoha, he has been kind of accepted now, and he's spotted by Shikadai, but at the same time, he has a total outburst. That's obviously understandable. The boy has gone through a lot of things, and he says that I said shut up, as he's thinking about the words of Amado, something that happened just before that. And every single person on the street is obviously startled by this. They are looking back at him, and obviously no one really knows much about Kawaki. The information about him has been kept very secret. Shikadai knows about it because of his family, because of him being directly involved with the matters of Amado as well. Remember, when Amado actually came to Konoha, he had abducted he had actually abducted Shikadai, so that kind of a narrative is very much strongly portrayed here, so that's really good. And in the meantime, he is the one who actually makes him calm down. He says that you have been accepted here, ignore all of these things, just walk. You don't really have to think about all of these things. Ever since Ishii Otsutsuki actually attacked, there have been a lot of different rumors floating around, but don't you mind about all of these things. Konoha is actually your home now, no matter what everyone says, because even Shikadai has accepted him, which is obviously a very good character development for both these characters, in my opinion. And even he says that Lord Seventh has accepted himself, so don't you need to think about all of these things. Don't be so glum and keep holding your head high, which is a really, really good thing. This bit of interaction, my goodness, this was amazing. This was absolutely amazing. आज के एपिसोड में आंसर मिल गया कि कोनोहामारू क्यों मिसिंग था. Konohamaru is trash at this moment. Sad life for Konohamaru indeed. Boy Vance, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining in. Shikadai got a cool trip with this chapter. Indeed, that's for sure. Android 18 and 17. Yeah, our Android 18 and 17 in the form of Ada and Daemon. Sasuke is going to die, and he compares this Dragon Ball scene where future Gohan fights with... Yeah. It's gonna be a similar situation to Trunks, right? Like Gohan died and left is ruined. I understand that particular reference. That's not a bad reference at all. What if someone is attacking Daemon with a powerful attack and the person gets hit and the village... Yeah. No, I that would be really anticlimactic if something like that actually happens, and if that is the actual way in which Konoha is destroyed. That really wouldn't make a lot of sense story-wise, and it should be a really cool, or rather a really important moment where Konoha is actually destroyed in the Boruto era. But if it is done in a manner like this, where Daemon has taken over, or Daemon's ability is being used, that would make it kind of a lame situation overall. So I don't really feel like something like that would be that great. But anyway, after this particular scene, we get cut back to Amado and Sumire. Amado is just typing on his computer, on his laptop or desktop, whatever, and he's smoking the cigar. It's a pretty good scene, but Amado says that it's just as I laid out Kakei, weren't you listening at all? Sumire is basically acting like us now. She's asking the very same questions. You are acting sus. You are definitely acting suspiciously. What is your true motive? She's kind of asking something like that, which is a great thing, because up until this moment, it were only us, the audience, which were questioning the motives of Amado and how easily Naruto was, going forward with Amado's plan and Amado's usage of the drugs. I feel like Hokage Naruto did a huge mistake here of not confronting or not actually asking for Orochimaru's help. Orochimaru would have definitely helped Naruto in this particular matter, especially if it is in relation to Boruto. But I guess we are going to see the after effects or after results of all of these things later on. But here the entire situation is that Amado is acting sus, and he's like, I suppose you are basically a spy by Shikamaru here. He's telling to Sumire, but Sumire says that she's here upon her own very will. As you know, it's Kawaki's karma has been deleted. However, as I mentioned before, Amado says the Otsutsuki data that was downloaded into his body still remains. In short, nothing really has changed. And then he gives an allegory to a house as to how the vessel is essentially a house, and how the karma acted as a pathway, or rather a door, and now this entry exit point is just gone. So according to Amado, why not they should use this power once again in order to defeat Code, but he's definitely having some other ulterior motives. Even Sumire is able to understand all of these things, and she's like, you mean you can reconstruct Kawaki's karma, right? And she's obviously taken aback by all of these things. She's like, what the hell is this? What the hell is going on here? Is there no other reason for all of these things as to why you want to restore the karma, right? You definitely don't have any other reasonings of your own, isn't it? And Amado is just, you are stupid. Now, these panels are really great, man. These panels are really great. I've always said that panels without excessive amounts of speed lines always look good. And overall, the art has also improved, especially it is evident with the character design of Amado as well, because his beard, his goatee, his side hair, all of these things are looking very, very beautiful. Did you notice the expression of Jigen on Amaterasu? He looked like it was nothing. Yes, because he has the karma abilities. He can just absorb it like it's nothing. He can literally absorb it like it's no tomorrow. So yeah, that's the main thing here. Code versus Boruto, Kawaki Sada versus Ada, Mitsuki versus Demon, Konohamaru versus... Oh, damn, dude. I mean, at this moment, even Bug can defeat Konohamaru. But I honestly wonder, as the anime is setting things up, can Konohamaru actually take a return? Can he actually make a return? Let's see what happens. Bro, there's a theory that Uzumaki were killed off by Otsutsuki. It will make a lot of sense. So I'll write a comment. Alright, I'll definitely read it. Do write it after the stream ends. How many years time skip do you think it will happen? I think it would be about 3 years. Currently Boruto is 14 or 13, so I think about 3 years would be apt. 3 years, correct. कितना टाइम लगेगा बोरुटो को ख़त्म होने में? It will take time. I mean, they can go on for a lot of different things. I feel like Boruto actually has the potential to go very long if they are actually implementing the entire Space Odyssey concept, because of the introduction of the Otsutsuki god, that creature having all those Jogan looking things. I think that the chance is there, if the popularity remains for the series, there's a chance that Boruto can actually go very long for sure. 25 easily, 2025 to aram se, even more than that. I feel like it's gonna go even beyond 2025. No, I don't really think that it's gonna be wrapped up within 30 volumes. The series has definitely changed from its initial conception. So that's the thing. Now, the Amado part is finally over, and after this, we get to see the Demon part. And now, this entire pod situation is obviously a very big reminiscence to the Cell Saga or the Android Saga of Dragon Ball Z, because obviously these pods are reminding everyone of Android 17 and 18, so that is for sure. Now, it's kind of weird that we didn't get to see this particular angle, because when we initially met Ada, there were other pods, but this is something like a totally different perspective. So yeah, this pod contains a secondary character, and once it is opening up after like clouds and whatnot, there's no one here inside it because it's seemingly empty. But it's not actually empty, because just after this we get to see a very hilarious panel of Code, and because on top of Code there's none other than Demon, and Code is like, who the hell are you? And this new character is you sis is new man. I mean, this is really hilarious. This is obviously hilarious. And Ada says that, don't Code, I wouldn't attack him, because Code is about to attack. He's like extending his claws, but Damon's ability is obviously very scary, so he stops it. But after this, this is hilarious. This is obviously hilarious because Damon is literally riding upon Code, and Code's face is just like a poker face. He's like, what the hell is going on? Why is this kiddo on top of me? And Damon is like, hey sis, that's a new this one's a nice ride indeed. Yeah, so basically horseback. Now, I don't really like his character design, let me be very blunt with y'all. And I don't really like her character design at all. And he's like, I'll slaughter you if you make her cry. And Ada just friend zones Code because she says that he's just a friend. Come on, it's early. He's clearly not my type. And Code is like, no way. That's hilarious. That's obviously hilarious. So yeah, that's the thing. That is the entire conversation. And after this, the other soldiers come up and they're obviously trying to attack Daemon. But Bug says that don't get out, all of you. You are going to get killed. But now we finally get to see the full extent of Daemon's abilities, because a couple of these soldiers, they are trying to attack upon Daemon. One person is using his cannon-like arm, the other person is trying to extend his sword, and all of these, one person is trying to extend his axe, but none of them are effective. Almost all of them, not almost, every single one of them are getting taken down even before they are about to attack. This is essentially a part of Daemon's abilities. He's like, tee hee hee, he's laughing and he's saying that stupid, absolutely stupid. And finally we get to see this one character who is about to, slash him with a sword, but even before he's able to bring this sword out, his own head is cut off. Now these panels, if there was a little more gore actually, then this would have probably looked good, but the anime is probably going to add all of those things. But so far so good, because Daemon is literally reflecting all of these powers. So, and yeah, his name is Daemon, Daemon. It's kind of surprising that the Japanese translation was used in this particular manner. So yeah, that's indeed the thing. And after this, we get a cut back to Amado and Sumire, and they are still talking about this thing, and Sumire is obviously saying, she's bluntly saying that, so you are definitely plotting something, isn't it? And Amado says that you're just being stupid. And in the midst of all of these things, we get a cut back to Kawaki as well, who is sitting on top of the Hokage rock. Bro, I think that Kashin Koji will be used to reanimate Jiraiya, because he has Jiraiya DNA and his whole purpose was to make Ishiki come back. That's an interesting theory. I don't know if something like that can actually be properly done. I mean, Orochimaru is the person who might actually think about this. So yeah, that's an interesting theory. That's definitely an interesting theory. I'll have to think about this more. What do you think? In which chapter does time skip come out? I don't think it's going to come out in the next 10 chapters. Initially, everyone was thinking that maybe chapter 60 is going to be the one where the time skip is going to come out. But I personally said that the time skip might come around, chapter 63, 64, 65. But now I feel like it's not going to come up before chapter 70. A lot of different setups need to be done before the eventual time skip can actually happen. Where can I read chapter 59? I used to read it on... it's on Viz. It's on Viz, and it's also on Manga Plus. All of them are for free. Go and read it there. Code is a simp. Of course, he's a simp. Will Taijutsu work on Daemon? No. The same thing. The other person is going to get kicked out by this. So these things are not going to attack or not going to work upon them. Code might be an Uzumaki. I'm not denying that, but that's going to be very interesting. That's going to be very interesting for sure. Also, now the chapter is essentially over, but I want to address two things. The first one is the entire ability about Daemon and Ada. So if you look closely at the eyes of Daemon, it's kind of a half crescent. It's not a full crescent, but it's like a half crescent of the moon. And the other half obviously represents Ada. Now, their powers. Okay, Anime Boy, thank you so much for subscribing. Now, their powers, the power of love and hate, because Ada's power is based upon love and Daemon's power is based upon hate, or rather like malice. So we can kind of, judge that as hate. So these two set of powers, they're kind of a reference to the Koga Ninja Scrolls. Definitely a reference to Koga Ninja Scrolls. So that is going to be interesting to see. And other than that, I feel like the Boruto manga is kind of not being able to do justice to the series. I know that this is technically a sequel. It's technically a sequel, even though people want to believe that this is a story of Boruto. That's fine. But the issue is that the series is neither being able to properly give justice to the older generation characters, other than maybe Naruto and Sasuke, even though they're nerfed, but other characters are not at all getting any, uh, respect. And on the other hand, even the newer generation characters, the story for whom the story is technically based upon or dedicated to, even they are not getting their due respect. It's just now a story about Kawaki and Boruto. Hell, not even Sada and Mitsuki are getting any shine here, let alone the other newer generation characters. So that's a very huge thing in my opinion. That's a missed opportunity for this story. It's just solely focusing upon these characters, which is not a mark of the good story. I know that there's the anime. Everyone will say that the anime is going to expand upon these characters. That's fine. But when I'm talking about the anime, I obviously give my criticisms for it and how good or bad it is. Currently, the anime is really good. The anime additions, the anime canon arcs are good. But prior to that, like say something like the time slip arc or even the Jugo arc, they were like unbearable. They were literally horrible. So when I'm giving criticisms for the anime, I have to be critical of the manga as well. I just can't see that, okay, the manga is really good without giving any criticisms whatsoever. So if someone is genuinely criticizing upon these things, you can't just say that, oh, you're being a hater for the Boruto series. I personally have been like reading Boruto and reviewing Boruto for a really long time now, and I enjoy it, of course, as a story. I have predictions for it, I have theories for it, but I do acknowledge that the manga is very lackluster in this particular matter, and there is essentially no major world building aspect which is being done here. So that is kind of discredit to the series overall, because it's not able to find the correct middle ground between respecting the older characters and now showing the intent of the newer generation as well. So that's something which I feel is essential. Chief Naija, thank you so much for subscribing. So yeah, that's the essential story of this chapter or story of the series. Also, hold on, did I miss something? Kaushik, thank you so much for subscribing. Damn, 10 chapters meaning we will get time skip next year. Yes, Akshat, I do feel like, or I at least personally believe that the time skip is not going to come out just right now. Bro, waiting for episode 208, named Manifestation. Yes. The Boroshiki is coming up at that particular moment. So currently the anime is really fire for sure. It would be awesome if hidden Uzumakis are revealed. I mean, that would be amazing. I personally believe that if anything, Kashin Koji and Boruto should get a training under Kashin Koji, and he might actually go to the Uzumaki village to learn some of the Fuinjutsu, some of the sealing jutsus of the Uzumaki clan. So that's a pretty cool theory. I've already made a video upon it in the past, like I made it around last year, so it's not really of the best quality, but I do believe you should check it out. Might Guy will have a rule, his leg can be cured. I don't know. The series actually has the potential to introduce a lot of different concepts, honestly. I mean, there is Rock Lee, who is not utilized at all. There is Hinata, who is never utilized. I mean, I can't even remember when Hinata was actually in the manga for that matter. So there are so many different characters, but they're just not utilized by the manga. So that's something which is problematic of the manga. Future of Himawari, I honestly don't know. I feel like there's a possibility that Borushiki will try to kill her when Boruto is in the Borushiki form. Borushiki might try to kill Himawari in order to extract revenge upon Boruto, because that would be kind of in line with his entire prophecy of how he's going to lose everything or everyone whom he loves. Now, does Sasuke mar jayega kya nahi? I don't think either of them are going to die at this particular moment. The chances for Sasuke to die are higher, but not right now. I just have a faint feeling that Kakashi will die. If he's introduced, might be. I mean, there will be deaths. Let's be real, there are going to be deaths, but who exactly that character is going to be, it's very difficult to say at this very moment, because the manga is going, or rather the manga is not at all developing the world. It's just adding new characters and just talking about Boruto and Kawaki, just that's it. Will taijutsu work on Daemon? No. We just saw that any kind of malice or any kind of intent, evil intent, any kind of killing instinct is going to be is going to be countered for. So at that moment, I feel like two characters might realistically work against him. The first one is obviously Naruto, because he did during the Jinchuriki training, he had to face off against himself, and now he actually does not even have Kurama, so he does not have the killing instinct of the QB. So realistically, the high chances that Naruto will be easily able to fend off against Daemon. But the other character, because of his Sage mode, is none other than Mitsuki as well. 7k subs. Did we reach 7k? Hold on. Let me check. Last I checked, we were at 6,999. So let me check. If we reach 7,000, that's awesome. Let's see. No, we are still at 6,999. So let's see. I hope we will reach it by the end of the stream. So yeah. Quarks to Crazy just very soon. We are currently at 6,999. No, Anwar, we are currently at 6,999. YouTube kind of, uses the ceiling or the floor values whenever it's above like figure of 5. It usually shows the upper value. So yeah. What if Naruto split the 10 tails and creates new tail beasts? It's interesting, but I don't really think that Naruto has the ability to do something like that. Currently, he does not have the ability. If at all Hagoromo is introduced in the story again, maybe there's a chance for something like that. But yeah, Quackster, I refreshed the page, but it's still showing me 6,999. Actually, YouTube always uses the seal value, so that's why. But I hope we will reach this by the end of the stream, so no worries about that. Also, a thank you to each and every one of you for joining today's afternoon stream as well, where I gave my live reactions and thoughts about Boruto episode 204. That was a really amazing stream, so thank you so much for each and every one of you for joining into that. I'm waiting to know about leftover powers of Naruto and Sasuke and how they show. True. Bro, he can, but he may not be shown. He's stronger than Might Guy now. Yeah. Is Amado a traitor? Yes. Not technically a traitor, like the word traitor would not really be appropriate here, but Amado has his own motives here because he is different. I don't feel like he's actually a human being. He's a totally different alien. I've already made a separate video upon this, and I'm also going to make a couple of different videos in this particular week. So subscribe to the channel to stay up to date whenever I upload that video. No one just subscribed. Thank you so much, no one. And now I think we will reach 7,000. Let's check. In the meantime, guys, if you want to support the channel, then any kind of membership is going to be really amazing, or any kind of super chat is also really welcome. So if anything is possible for you all, that would be really awesome. So yeah, we finally reached 7,000. Thank you so much each and every one of you for joining in. Thank you so much. 7,000, let's go. The road to 7,000 is finally complete. Yeah, thank you so much each and every one of you. Future chapter predictions पे video बनाओगे? Yes, of course. I make prediction videos for every chapter, and future prediction chapters are also going to come up. So don't worry about that at all. Boruto Iceberg Part 2, it will come up. It takes some time to make those kind of videos, so it will take some time, but I will definitely do that. No worries about that. Do you smoke like Amado? No, I don't. I don't like, actually, so that's the thing. So this is essentially Boruto manga chapter 59. What do you guys think about this? What are your thoughts about this? Personally, for me, this would be a 3 or 3.5 out of 5 chapter. So yeah, yes, we finally hit 7k. Thank you so much, everyone. In this particular moment, if anyone wants to give any super chat or any memberships, channel memberships, that would be really awesome. Anything would be really appreciated. Can someone link the chapter? Hold on, let me send it. Sending you, hold on. Live chat, yeah. This is the link of the chapter. This is the manga plus version, not the WhyZ version, but it's same either way. What if Hinata awakens Tensegan? That's interesting, but Hinata is literally inexistent or non-existent in this manga, so I don't really have high hopes. If any of the older generation characters other than Naruto, Sasuke, or even Shikamaru gets some shine, that would be amazing, but I don't feel like it's gonna happen. Does Amado need to go to rehab for his smoking habits? I mean, if he's an alien, then he might not really need it. His respiratory stuff would be different. So, who knows? Who knows? Amado will smoke chakra fruit. He is the smoker of the Naruto franchise. Smoker, I mean One Piece. The One Piece smoker. The White Wolf. I mean, he is obviously having a devil fruit, of course, isn't it? What site you are using to read Boruto? I just gave it in the chat here, Manga Plus, Shueisha. Here, now it's pinned, so this is the Manga Plus version, so I use this. This is also the WhyZ version, but I just don't have it open currently, so I'm not sharing it right now. Today's episode 204 was damn crazy. They have shown Jigen to another level. Yes, for sure. Views on Senrigan, good so far, but it's not the true clairvoyance ability because clairvoyance has 3 separate abilities, but here Ada is only able to use 2 of those abilities and not future prediction of future sight. I have already made a video upon it in the past, you can watch it there. Shikamaru also smokes. Yeah, he also smokes. So that's an obvious parallel to both of these characters in a way. If you want to rate Boruto out of 10 right now, how much would you rate? The anime currently, like if we are just including the current Kawaki arc, then it would be an easy 8. Otherwise, for the manga, I would give it a 7, and overall anime, I would give it a 6. That's my current prediction or current numbering in a way. What does it mean when they say Daemon reflected the attacks? It's like mirror world abilities. Like when you try to use one particular attack, he's going to sense your malice, he's going to sense the evil instinct upon you, and he's going to reflect that ability. It's just a direct reflection of that particular attack. Like suppose someone is about to stab you, the other person is going to stab. It's like a reflection ability. It's a direct reflection ability. Will you make Q&A, please? I mean, if you all are interested, then sure, why not? I'll do Q&A, of course, why not? Will Boruto learn Purple Lightning? I hope he learns. I want him to learn. Personally, I really want him to learn. I feel like the Naruto series kind of missed the opportunity with giving Boruto just the Rasengan. He has a lot more chakra. He has a lot more chakra nature and chakra techniques. So it would have been better if he was not just being limited to Rasengan as a signature technique. I mean, yeah, sure, he uses a lot more different techniques like Thunder and Gale Palm, but I feel like his go-to move should not really be the Rasengan. It should have been something different. Bro, can you tell why Boruto and Himawari have Kurama gene, please? Like, they inherited it from Naruto. Naruto has the gene because he inherited it from his mother. So it's a direct biological process of inheritance. I'm not gonna go beyond that. Yes, Infinity. I don't like Naruto's hair. Yes, you are not alone, KS. I also don't like Naruto's hair in the anime. How do you think that our characters will get powered up? Kawaki's is very simple. He's going to get up, what is that thing called? Karma, second Karma. For Boruto's situation, I feel like he is eventually going to die and he is going to be reincarnated. That way his kind of curse of Momoshiki will be finally lifted upon him, but at the same time he will be able to reincarnate or rather retain his karma powers. So that's the thing. I need to renew my membership. By the way, I thought Timeskip is coming in November or December. Your thoughts? Hey, Bizzle 2.0, thank you so much for joining in, and any kind of membership would be really amazing. Thank you so much for that. Uh, time skip, I don't really think at this moment, after reading this chapter, I don't think that time skip is coming up right now. It's going to take time. It is definitely going to take time. Because there's a lot of different things which need to be addressed. Boruto will become a god of Otsutsuki. Yeah, that's the eventual end goal. Like, if the series is going long, they are definitely going to introduce space travel and using the powers of Jogan and even Karma. All those things will be like introduced because this is going to be a galaxy level of story. I am pretty sure about that. Well, I literally loved your level 1, 2, 3 theories videos. I love the theories, like I started imagining it. Some of those theories are lame though. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Sesidar, C3 Raju. Thank you so much for that. That really means a lot to me. And I'm sorry I just mispronounced your name. So my apologies for that. Mitsuki will get Boruto's karma. No. Mitsuki is not gonna get karma. Lekin how even that comes in, I mean, I'm not gonna say that here in this stream because of someone explain it to him. I don't want to say that explicitly here in the stream, otherwise I might get TOS stuff. Or else padhai kar lo. I would recommend you to join our Discord server. You can have these kind of discussions there. Absolutely no issues about that. So please join our Discord server. I will personally explain it to you. No worries about that. So please not here in the stream because it might strike me with TOS. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you are obviously going to understand. So yeah, not here. Ask me in the Discord. The link for the Discord server is in the description below. Go there and join it and definitely ask me. I'm going to explain it. No issues with that. Why Naruto look badass in manga and bad in anime? Because those 3 lines in the manga, Naruto's KCM form looks much better, and even his Hokage cloak is a lot better. In the anime, he looks lame because that is not implemented properly. So I guess this is it, guys. If you guys have any other questions, do let me know. And in the meantime, if you want to support the channel, any kind of channel membership or any kind of super chat is really welcome. So thank you so much for that. 4 AM Frostopy, thank you so much for the channel membership. That really means a lot. So thank you so much for joining in, guys. Just like this, if anyone wants to support the channel, any kind of membership, any kind of super chat is going to be really awesome. Is DNA but modify? Yeah, true. Is better than Ikemoto, the artist of samurai. I mean, I'm not gonna say that he's better, but yeah, Akira is also a good artist for sure. That's for sure. Why Naruto is using any other forms? Sorry, I didn't understand that, Mr. Revenge. But I can please join the Discord server. I'm going to properly explain you. It's a very simple thing. If you have learned class 10 biology, then you will be easily able to understand that. No issues with that. So yeah. What is DOS? Not DOS, I said TOS, terms of service. You know, YouTube has these TOS things, so that's the thing. Can you pin your Discord link? Yes, for sure. Hold on. Where is my Discord link? It should be here. Or is it not? This is our Discord link, right? Hold on. Think. Yeah, this should be our Discord link. Yeah, Pradeep, yes, for sure. We are soon going to watch Boro Momo form in the anime against Boro. Damn, that's a new name. I always use Borushiki, so yeah. Drip Lord, thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, we had one of the fight of the year, because I'm not going to say that this is the fight of the year just as of now, because we still have a couple of different things. Especially the Borushiki fight is left, so I'm going to wait for that. Fingers crossed. Because episode 208 is just around the corner for sure. Does Naruto drink whiskey? I mean, why not? He might. If Boruto gonna become god of Otsutsuki, then he has to devour other planets. I don't think that will happen. No, it's gonna be different. He is going to become the god of Otsutsuki, but without essentially becoming or going down that route. He's going to use the Jogan and the combination of the karma. Again, I'm going to make a video on this. The thumbnail and everything is ready. So just hold on, guys. I have a lot of different videos which are just around the corners. So I'm going to explain them very soon. Jigen is sick. Yes, for sure. Will Boruto animation be good? I hope so. I can honestly hope so. Why Naruto is not using any other forms like Sage mode or Kurama mode? I mean, Kurama mode, Mr. Revenge, are you sure that you have read the manga? Because recently, I don't know if this is a spoiler stream, by the way. I don't want to spoil you, but recently something happened because of which he can't really use the K-Sim at this moment. And the Sage mode is obviously going to be used by him, but recently something happened because of which the K-Sim can't be used anymore. Minato might be the son of Tsunade? Not really. That's a very old theory of the Naruto days, but I don't really think that's gonna be actually utilized or explored anywhere. Your expectations from Baron mode in anime? I hope it's good. I personally feel like it's going to be good. It's going to be delivered. At least if the Jigen fight is delivered this good, then that particular thing is obviously going to be delivered properly. What is the best anime fight scene till now this year? Let's remember what are the major fight scenes which we have seen so far. MHA has not given any major fight scene so far because the MVA is just around the corner. The MVA is going to start. It has not started yet. So MVA scenes are obviously going to be, if I'm not wrong, if the studio doesn't mess it up, then MVA is definitely going to have the fight of the year for me. Other than that, Borushiki has the chance to become one of the best fights. And what else is there? I'll have to think about it, honestly. Will we be able to see Baron mode? I mean, not now. Now Kurama is gone, so how can we see Baron mode anymore? I mean, in future when Kurama will eventually return, after that for sure, but not now. Why Naruto don't use Sage of 6 Paths Senjutsu? He is using Sage of 6 Paths. That's a very big mistake that everyone is doing right now. But the only thing which he's not using is the Gudorama. I really don't have an explanation as to why he's not using the Gudorama, but it's just the thing. God of congratulations for 7K and good night. Keep it up, bro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. When Minato was born, Tsunade was 14. Yeah, I mean, those are very old school Naruto theories, and yeah, that's not really something. Yeah. So this is it, guys. I guess 1 hour 14 minutes. Any more questions? Just let me know. Any more super chats or memberships? If anything you want, then do that. Otherwise, I'm going to end the stream now. It's been a while. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. What about the Truth Seeker Orbs? Yeah, that's the Gudorama. So there's no in-universe explanation given for it as to why it's not really being talked about. You forgot AOT? No. AOT has no such scene so far which is going to make it the fight of the year. There are no scenes so far in AOT which is, fight of the year category. Unfortunately, that is the truth. Maybe we might get to see some of those scenes from part 2, but then again the question is that when exactly is it going to come out? Will it be coming out in December or not? That's the question. Does Sasuke know how to perform Izanagi and Izanami? Obviously he knows, but will he use it? That's unlikely. I don't think he's going to use it right now. He should have tried Talk no Jutsu on Jigen. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is good. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen also has really great scenes, and it obviously has the potential to win a lot of these awards. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. And from what I have heard, I mean, I'm not 100% sure because I've not read the light novels so far. I just I'm currently anime only for that, but Jobless Reincarnation's second core is apparently going to have some major fighting scenes, and judging by the way in which the series is going so far, especially how beautiful it really is, there is chance that it might have some really decent fight scenes. So yeah. So I guess that's it, guys. Baron mode comes out then hands. No, Baron mode I don't think is going to come out this year because by the end of next month we will see Boroshiki, and after that we are going to enter into the Kawaki Otsutsuki arcs, like that kind of thing, anime canon arcs. So I don't really think that the Baron mode fight is going to come out in this year itself. But if at all it comes out, then obviously it's going to be one of the best things ever. Is Crunchyroll Award biased? Yes, it is biased, obviously. Why Code will attack Konoha before timeskip? If he does, then why not? I'm going to explain them in a separate video, guys. I'm going to explain them because it needs certain philosophical answers in a way, because we have to remember here that Ada is one of those wildcard factors here in regards to the attack, because first of all, the great nations are currently on a manhunt for Code, and Ada with the use of a Senrigan is obviously keeping a track upon all of these things, so they are going to avert the direction, or avert the attention of all of these characters whenever they are going to attack or infiltrate upon Konoha. But Code is obviously going to take his revenge upon Konoha, Naruto, as well as the other characters. So that is one of the major reasons why he's going to attack. Now when exactly and why, I'm going to explain them later on, not in this video by the way. DxD is going to have one of the best fight scenes. You mean High School DxD? Well, I'm waiting for season 5. I'm honestly waiting for season 5 for sure. What do you think happened in the first scene of episode 1? I mean, at that particular point, Kawaki has gone down along the lines of Anakin Skywalker for sure. That's the thing. Please talk about Bleach 1000 Years of Blood anime adaptation. I'm not caught up with Bleach so far. I'm catching it up. I'm currently reading a lot of different manga, so eventually I'm going to catch up to Bleach, and once I'm caught up, then I'm obviously going to talk about it later on. So stay tuned for that. So this is it for today, guys. This was a really beautiful stream. Once again, if anyone wants to support the channel, any kind of a channel membership or super chat would be really appreciated. If not, then I shall end the stream now. If any other questions you have, ask me. This is all we had for Boruto manga chapter 59. My ratings for it is 3.5 or 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, that's my personal rating. So yeah, I guess this is it for today, guys. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. So thank you so much for joining in. Good night, everyone.